paper, nigga. Playing for tomorrow, you know. Scotty Jacks, SP the Ghost.
Hi, my name is Josh Clark. This is your daily dose of jaded negativity. However, I find it very difficult to be negative today. Mad shout out to anybody who ever viewed my videos. I've only been in this game half a week, but consequently I have made YouTube Canada's top 100. Mad love, shout out to everybody who viewed my video, whether it was intentionally or otherwise. Keep showing love, and I'll continue to show love back. Yesterday we looked at how we can use a task analysis to improve the way that we live our lives. Later, the conversation had segued into how to take control. So ultimately, accountability, and how that ties into people and money. My understanding is that most successful designers, or designers who long to be successful, are ideologically, in principle, a step towards the right. And I find it very difficult for them to even try and deny this. Because whether you are the biggest tree hugger or not, you still made a principled decision that that is what you want to do, and that's what you want to fight for. As opposed to the blatant right-wing advocacy of the analytical left-brain counterpart. I think most designers would consider themselves to be quite liberal. And yeah, I think most of them would. And I can't even lie. On my Facebook profile, I'm a liberal. When that's mainly true, I think that I'm probably a step towards the right. I do understand how government becomes extremely ineffective because it becomes an argument where you're just bickering over surrendering your principles, which is also a very, deep issue. So I would consider myself liberal at the end of the day because though something might make sense from a logical standpoint, I think we live in the world and things change, and in order to keep things equitable and fair, it's important sometimes to put some structure in place so that things remain that way, democratic. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about accountability. I think designers, or anybody who's a living person, needs to understand their principles and their values and where they stand ultimately. I believe as a designer you have to know where you stand. Fundamentally, you have to know where you stand. So what I'd like to know is what books and films are people looking towards for inspiration at right now? On the channel, currently we have, for film, I've created a list for directors as well as authors. Right now for films we have George Lucas as well as Stanley Kubrick, and authors Anthony Burgess, author of A Clockwork Orange, as well as Anthony Dunn and Ayn Rand. And just a couple right now. I'd like to add more. Please, people, drop a message, comment, and let me know what books and what films need to be added. What I think is generally very interesting about their work is that they tend to be consistent in principle, and you can see it in the work every time. Decynicism, a fusion of design and cynicism, is a philosophical position which questions the industrial agenda as well as tries to encourage purpose-driven and values-based work within the design community. Decynicism.com is a division of Blockaway Innovation and is a global parent and supporter of UNICEF, which strives to ensure health, education, and equality for children everywhere.